Greetings to all you ambitious, strong-willed gents out there. Imagine this: you're scaling an immense mountain, reaching for the pinnacle of success in your life. That's what today's narrative is all about. It's about finding that inner drive and kindling a transformation that not only benefits you but everyone around you. Wondering how? Stick with us, and let's embark on this powerful journey together. In essence, the treasure you're seeking in the external world is actually hidden within you's an inside job. So, let's engage in some serious self-reflection. Ask yourself, what are the activities you relish each day, and which ones do you wish to scrap? Contemplate how you could serve or add value to your life or others' lives, creating that ripple effect of positive change. Who do you know who has triumphed in areas you're striving to excel in? Reach out and learn from their wisdom. To ascend to new heights, you must lift others with you, but remember, their support can also elevate you. It's a symbiotic ascent. However, many wander through life devoid of purpose, inhaling their sustenance, collecting their monthly wages, devoid of any clear direction, akin to Sisyphus forever rolling his boulder uphill. Let's deviate from that fruitless path and cultivate coherency, a clear understanding of our core values, leading to actions that reflect our true desires. Effective prioritization is your talisman against the beasts of procrastination and feeling overwhelmed. Here's the key: know what's paramount to you. Lock in your non-negotiables, and everything of significance will naturally fall into order, day by day. If you can envisage a future that's lofty enough to terrify even yourself, you're on the right track. A trajectory without limits is what we should all aim for. When networking or meeting new faces, don't just skirt the surface. Be candid about your ambitious desires to shape the panorama of the world. While some may scoff early on, they'll eventually join you in applause. Forge ahead with a purpose that reaches beyond your own horizon. And always remember to glance upward and breathe deeply. Mull over your aspirations, show you could contribute and who might guide you. Pinpoint and prioritize that very first step. Keep reiterating your ambitions, because consistent persistence in chasing your potential will compound into something magnificent. Keep an open mind, my friends. You'll find the journey progressively easier as each endeavor builds on the last. Ultimately, you may very well be basking in the glory of overnight success. But let's shift focus to your legacy for a moment. What do you wish to leave behind when your chapter concludes? Allow me to suggest a simple yet profound aspiration: kindness. Envision this: your marker saying, "Here lies a kind soul." This sentiment may stir emotions, but it captures the essential human virtue. Exhibit kindness to your future self and others. Undertake good deeds, and by the law of attraction, your desires will unfold into reality. Expanding on the accessibility of today's world, it's a digital playground of opportunities. You needn't draft formal letters. Direct messages, emails, calls, they're all at our disposal. Leverage this for finding those with open minds. A smile here, a compliment there, it's a litmus test for openness. Such individuals are gems surrounded by like-minded souls focused on aiding each other. Encounter hate and negativity? It's merely a FAAD. What these folks are truly seeking is already within them. Introduce the concept of already having, rather than lacking, fostering happiness, wellness, wealth, and worth, free from interference. Always feed what energizes you rather than what drains you. Life contains light, love, and lessons in every encounter, event, and idea. But always ask yourself if your time investment is worthwhile. You've probably heard about me, David Meltzer, and my legendary activity level. But I assure you, I hate the term busy. To me, busy translates to unavailable. Instead, I stand as a paragon of accessibility, carving a mere fraction of my day, 2 hours and 17 minutes, for non-negotiable essential endeavors. This leaves a vast expanse of time to indulge in activities of my choosing. How do I sort through this remaining window? I simply recall what matters most to me and prioritize accordingly. Now, to the heart of the materia, David Meltzer, am on a mission to empower over 1 billion people to embrace joy. This isn't a quest one undertake lightly or alone. I am amassing a coalition, 1,000 strong, who will delve into podcasts, books, speeches, all freely available resources. These stalwarts will grasp, apply, and propagate the principles, practices, and values that I advocate: pro-life, rating a reality of abundance and faith. Each of you is safeguarded and propelled by a force greater than any terrestrial mitone that adores you infinitely. Embrace that divine shield and understand that setbacks are but indicators of a superior path ahead. Pain, failures, mistakes, they're merely lessons guiding us to greater destinations. So allow them to happen and eagerly absorb those teachings. Yes, empower 1,000, who will in turn empower 1,000, until a chain of 1,000,000,000 enlightened souls revels in unwavering happiness. It's a domino effect of prosperity and joy. Before we wrap up, a humble request. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing. Join the legion of men like us, striving for success and eager to absorb the wisdom shared today. By subscribing, liking, and activating that notification bell, you're taking a steadfast stride toward realizing the dreams and benefits we've discussed. Concluding today's discourse, ask yourself, which actions from this story will you weave into the fabric of your life? How will you initiate that spark of self-realization? May your endeavors be sterling, your spirit indomitable, and the path you carve out graced with abundance and joy. Until next time, stay smart, stay driven, and always look within. Ladies and gentlemen, ready for something that could very well change your life? I promise, this isn't just another run-of-the-mill pep talk. It's a masterclass in turning what seems like an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Just imagine, you might not have a hefty bank account today, but with the right negotiation and strategy, you could be the one calling the shots tomorrow. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the blueprint of success, and remember, this isn't just a story, it's a battle-tested pathway to a better you. First things first, let's establish this money isn't the be-all and end-all, but it certainly makes the wheels turn smoother. The stark difference between those who soar high and those grounded isn't just the size of their wallet. It's their knack for navigating through life's negotiations. Consider this, only a sliver of the world's population hovers at the top, relishing in what some call, born with a silver spoon, status. For the rest, it's all about breaking through barriers, whether they're societal, economic, or self-imposed. Our journey often begins with self-doubt. There's a point where even I struggled with confidence, questioning if I had the chops to stand out. Yet, a chance encounter with a photograph, an image of a young, strong individual, shattering stereotypes, struck me with a bolt of inspiration. It shattered my preconceived notion that only the special ones, born in the high-fashion capitals or carrying a legacy, could make a mark. Here's where the twist in the tale comes in. I watched a music video and saw this distinctive headgear that I just had to have. But of course, it was nowhere to be found within my comfort zone. So, after trekking it to an uptown niche, I acquired this coveted hat. Here's a wrench in the works, though instead of resting on my laurels, I decided to recreate it with my own twist. With $50 in my mother's stern command, I delved into the world of DIY fashion. Now picture this scenario, a pile of self-made hats and nowhere to showcase them. That's when the magic happened. At selling those hats, I pulled in $800 in a mere hour on Good Friday. It dawned on me that this was my turf, my rules. I was the king of my destiny, unbound by anyone's prejudices or restrictions. This revealed a profound truth. When you harness the power of broke, it necessitates self-reliance and a thorough understanding of your craft that no one can undermine. For a challenge to the ambitious folks watching, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Because doing so is the first step to taking control of your destiny the way I did with those hats. Like and hit the notification bell for key insights that could usher in the success you've been dreaming about. When scarcity hits, your focus sharpens. You cannot afford to dive into every opportunity that knocks. There's just not enough capital. This forces you to pour every ounce of your being into one single venture, a hat, a dream, a step toward your ultimate goal. But what is that goal, really? Why hustle in the first place? Is it societal pressure, familial expectations, or is it something more profound? Your motive matters. The why in your pursuit holds the key to your resolve, defining the trajectory of your efforts. How to unearth this why? It's not simply an exercise in introspection, it's about being brutally honest about what you seek. The mission could be as grand as changing societal tides or as personal as bettering yourself or your family. It's about setting a legacy, avoiding common pitfalls, and empowering not just yourself, but others along the way. Investing in businesses, for me, isn't just about spreading my capital. It's a learning curve, an exchange of visions. It's a reminder that suckering for every joyride can lead to a crash. That's why the power lies in knowing your why. It keeps you guarded against senseless gambles, like those lotto winners who wind up with empty pockets. No single mentor holds all the wisdom. Learning is a spectrum. Colleagues like Barbara have taught me that innovation isn't about sticking to the playbook. It's about pulling brilliant, out-of-thin-air ideas. And let's talk about the value of knowledge, a principle I don't take lightly, as someone who battles dyslexia. I write not for vanity but to empower, to offer a beacon for those navigating through the noise seeking that spark of inspiration. Negotiation isn't about the stalemate at the boardroom table, it's a dance of mutual benefit. The most seasoned negotiators understand it's not about setting the first number. It's about constructing an offer so irresistible it transcends mere transaction. It's a long-term play, cementing relationships that beget future deals and fostering a reputation that echoes through the halls of opportunity. This book of life isn't bound, its chapters are written each day through the choices you make. The advice I'd etch for future generations is threefold. Never cease to learn, carve out time for yourself and those precious to you, and cultivate a heart that can both forgive and love earnestly. So, as we continue to script our own destinies in this ceaseless negotiation with life, ask yourself this: what is your why? And with every hurdle you clear, every dream you sketch into reality, what will be your testament? By the end of this tale, may you not just be aloof observers but spirited participants in this grand negotiation of life. And remember, fellow journeyers, if you've stayed with me till now, don't just admire the pathway laid before you, stride on it. What seeds have you sown today that will burgeon into your future? What decisions will you act upon to make this not just a story heard but a life lived? Share your plans, ambitions, and the legacies you choose to chase. As we conclude, the next chapter is yours to write. Until next time, may your ventures be bold, your spirits unyielding. Keep negotiating life, my friends, and the world might just become your oyster.